It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see DeAndre Swift. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do? It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Brady to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He's able to catch it down the right sideline. Says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding this unit will be the 6'2 quarterback out of BYU. It's Taysom Hill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Hill. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. This defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hill. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Hill. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Hill on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Swift going to try up the middle. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. 12 more yards there and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Brady. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Targets and finds Reynolds once more. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Brady. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 41, Hill. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Hill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to back that.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Sliding out of the pocket.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hill. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Hill. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Hill. Open man is born. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Hill now to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Brady. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. On second down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they take it over, we step aside. A shotgun snap for Hill. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the draw, here's Mitchell.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hill looks to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Hill.
He's got Otten.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
To throw is Hill. Touchdown! Rashard Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll kick things off in Charlotte, an NFC South matchup pitting New Orleans against Carolina. And it's the Saints who are out in front. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for Washington, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fields it right around the goal line. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
On first down, Hill. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, Hill. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hill.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Hill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Hill.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. Past the 20.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Hill, fresh off the pick six. And that'll be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Hill. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Hill.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Play fake. Hill. This one to Bourne, and he's got it.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play fake, and it's Hill. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hill now operating from the red zone. This pass complete to Higgins.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Throwing again is Hill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hill. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brady.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Throwing again on second down. Brady. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Swift.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Brady now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jacoby Myers from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
To throw again on second down. Hill.
He finds his man, complete. That's Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Hill throwing once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
So after the INT, it's Brady.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1.
To return, it's McKinnon.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Washington ready to try again on offense. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Brady. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Here's Hill now after the interception. Flushed out right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From the gun, here's Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Mitchell trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
He tried to break that plane, but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
Mitchell again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to swell the lead to 6. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Brady.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. A dump down to McKinnon.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Here's Brady to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hill.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Hill, and this is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To the air again. Hill. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Throwing again on second down. Brady. Open man right side, Myers. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Gets this to Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Brady.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Brady to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw is Brady.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Holding, offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Brady. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to Waller. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He finds Hopkins complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Hill going down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, and knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Eagles, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.